You're watching the 2019 SCAC Fall Media Days. It's day 7, and we're taking a look into the University of Dallas men's soccer program. The Crusaders are coming off an 8-8 season a year ago, 7-6 in SCAC play. Crusaders will once again be led by head coach David Hoffmann, along with senior forward Hunter Haugland. Coach, Hunter, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll start with you. You head into your 17th season there at Dallas. What makes this unique part of the year, preseason, so special, and how excited are you to get the group back together and get prepared for another season?
Well, I think that every season is special. There's kind of a rhythm to the development of a team, to a program. It ebbs and flows. For a coach, I think as you start getting closer and closer to the start of preseason, and the season in particular, it's almost like being a child at Christmas. You don't necessarily know how well the kids are prepared. You don't know what everyone else has done throughout the conference and throughout the balance of your playing schedule. And so each game, each practice is something new and something different. Even though it's been a while that I've been here, that I've been at coaching, you still find surprises and you still find a unique nature to every team.
Hunter, for you in your senior season, just kind of take me through your mindset as you arrived for camp, your final preseason there at Dallas. You're a part of a group of 8 seniors, so I imagine that makes it pretty special. That's a pretty big group of a senior class. Where is your headspace as you enter this final preseason camp of your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special. Obviously, going into the last season, it's kind of in the back of your mind that, it's your last shot. But, I think going forward, it's kind of, in a way, you approach it the same way. You're not really changing the way how you play or how you prepare mentally or rest-wise or anything like that. I mean, I think going into it, you go in with a hard work ethic mentality and kind of mold with the new guys coming in and the returners. And I just think it's kind of the same feel, but in the back of your mind, you do know the clock's kind of ticking, and so you want to make every second count.
Coach, I look at this team a season ago and the way the schedule played out. You had 6 games where you lose by a single goal. When you scored more than one goal, your team was 5-0. Offensively this year, how do you try and maybe get a little bit more creative in that offensive third and take some of those close results where you were on the losing end and flip the script and, all of a sudden, the season feels a lot different? How do you kind of be more aggressive in that offensive third?
I would suggest it may be less offensive aggression and more we're hoping for better health. We had a couple of our primary offensive producers spent a lot of the time on the bench last year, and bringing back Annette Kajawara healthy, I think, has a big impact. That's a boy that was Rookie of the Year for the SCAC and was an all-region player, and we got significantly reduced production from him last year. A healthy Nat makes a difference for us. I think a healthy Tomas makes a difference for us. Getting Hunter back to his 2017 form, I think if we just do the same things, but we have it done with health, we'll pick up additional scoring and additional offense.
Hunter, a season ago as a junior, you played in 16 games, earning 14 starts. You had 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 total points. Take me through your offseason, what this summer looked like. How have you continued to improve your game individually to make sure you're as prepared as you possibly can be going into this senior season?
I mean, individually, I don't think I worked on anything too specific. I think it was just overall roundness of my game. I think the one thing for me that was good this summer is, as an out-of-state kid, it was nice living in Dallas this summer and having the chance to really kind of build that chemistry with some of those guys that I don't really see for 3 or 4 months out of the year and have a chance to play with over the summer. But so I think acclimating to the heat and playing here in Dallas with some of those guys will kind of really help me going into this season.
Coach, I mentioned all those tight games a year ago. You were in nearly every contest because of how well you were playing defensively. You allowed just 20 goals last season. That was the 3rd fewest in the SCAC. How do you continue to make that a strength of this team in the defensive back line? How do they continue that trend moving into 2019?
Yeah, that perhaps is the greater challenge. Some of the graduations there are, real leadership out of Sean Taylor, Eric Hay in the back in particular. Those were good players for us. I do feel we have folks in position to take over that role. I think that Brady McNamara will play a key role as a screening midfielder. I think that Nick Vega and Cody Briggs are very experienced, returning starting caliber players who are going to have a big role for us. I think we have the potential to be as good, but certainly be a challenge based on the graduations.
Hunter, as the preseason has unfolded with you and the rest of your teammates, what's one or two things that maybe has been a big surprise to you that gives you confidence as you head into the 2019 season?
Honestly, I wouldn't say there's any surprises that really catch me off guard. I mean, I think we have a pretty large returning class and a lot of experience behind us. I think our guys really kind of know what to expect going into this season. I think there's a couple of freshmen that are kind of pushing some minutes here and there, and I think will be important for us this season. So maybe a few important surprises there, but outside of that, I think it's kind of business as usual.
And finally, Hunter, to wrap things up with you, as you and the rest of your teammates have had discussions about some of the goals for this 2019 year, what have those discussions looked like, and what will be key in order for you and the rest of your teammates to accomplish those goals?
I mean, obviously, big picture type things. Most people are going to say you want to go out and win some soccer games and obviously win the SCAC, but I think for us, the biggest thing is consistency, especially this year with the conference changing to having only 9 games instead of 14 or 16. You know, you go on an away weekend, you have 2 games there. It's important that you got to pretty much pick up every win or every draw you can. I mean, you can't be dropping games when it's only 9 conference games now. So I think the biggest thing is just week in and week out, take it a game at a time and just being consistent every game.
Coach, we'll wrap things up with this. Your expectations for the 2019 season are what? And, what will be key for this team as far as, hitting those expectations as we head into the year?
I think health and wellness are going to be vital to what we're able to do this year. I mean, if we're to be successful, that's one of those things that's going to have to be in place. We'll need the experienced, talented players to be able to perform on a day in, day out basis. As a group, we try to focus on making good decisions throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. Make that a culture, make that a life situation where the series of decisions we make help to create better players, better people. And if we do that consistently enough and as a group, then I think they're going to be successful on the field, and they're going to be successful in the classroom, they're going to be successful at life. So all that bakes together, and if we're doing the right things and we're healthy and we're training correctly, then everything else is going to take care of itself. We'll win plenty of games, and hopefully there'll be things that we can look back at and put bullets on the resume. But at the minimum, we'll feel like we gave our best effort and we were the best people we could be throughout the year.
University of Dallas men's soccer program, again, the Crusaders will head into the 2019 season under the leadership of head coach David Hoffmann, along with senior forward Hunter Haugland. The Crusaders will open up the 2019 campaign when they take on Howard Payne on August 30th. Coach, Hunter, thanks so much for your time today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
You're welcome.